She's a dreary day. We got more fencing done and we're getting closer to being experts, but still a long ways away. That side tied up, so we're done here all the way to the garden patch now on the front. We need to do more weed whacking on that side, but the weed whacker just broke, so Justin's gonna try to get some parts for that. We've got this piece here we're working on now. This is the very first long piece. We're gonna do a 100-meter pole at once, and Wes is just joining them together here now. And so these are little sleeve crimps that he's putting in, and we got a special, looks like bolt cutters, but they're not, in order to do this. In order to keep them there while he's working, he's twisting the ends so they don't slide off. He stitched this whole fence together all the way up. I will then show you, I'm going to help him with that, and then I'll show you what he does with the bolt cutters. Okay, so it's got a mouth for different size, and when he crimps it, it squishes it shut. Okay, so it's a bit of a tight fit unless we're doing it wrong, but it seems like it's a bit finicky. I just tried my first one. Wes is an expert because this is his second joint now. Of course, Wes is an expert at everything anyway. Right, Wes?
Not really.
No, not really? Oh, okay. Well, at least he's honest, folks. We raised him to be honest. Squeezes it like so. 2 times. There's she's squished. And now it looks like that. So it went from this, oops, where are you? This, to this. And now it'll never come apart. Yes, and I fixed this fence because for some reason there was a broken piece here. So I did it over there. There he goes again. This is the finicky part, is just kind of fitting it in there. And then you'll squeeze it. Waylon's laying out stuff. I don't know why he's bringing it way over there, but he's a bit too far away. Maybe he doesn't know that. We'll get him to come back. We're gonna roll this out. So each one's 50 meters. So far, quality of fence is pretty good. We made a big mistake on the far side. We over tightened it and actually yanked out our post right out of the end. So we're definitely not gonna want to do that again. It's hard to know exactly how tight to go because sometimes, especially on a long run, it kind of feels sloppy and you're like, you know, this is probably not tight enough. We went a little more and then it was too tight. So we definitely don't want to go too tight. It's not high tensile, so it will stretch. So if we pull it too tight, it's just going to stretch anyway. But you also want it still snug, that it doesn't have sags in it. So it's kind of a nice balance somewhere. Anyway, I'm going to help Wes here. Okay, we got Waylon to move back this way. Unrolled this fence. Wes is just about done there. Now it's a matter of determining exactly how much slack we have. So as soon as he's done, we'll try to snug it up. Because every 100 meters, we need to put another brace post. So we now need to determine where this brace post is going to go. I can stick it anywhere, but then I might be wasting fence because the rest will be cut off and thrown out and it costs money. So I'm going to go as far as I possibly can, but I need to determine that by pulling the slack out of here first. Now, there is a sense of urgency because finally, hooray! I found out today the sheep are coming. It's taken so long and been such a pain that the excitement's kind of gone out of it. But they're coming this Friday. So it is, you say what's Tuesday today? Wednesday? Wednesday today, so we got the rest of today and tomorrow to try to get this pasture done, and then sometime on Friday the sheep are coming. So hopefully we'll have time to put them in here. If not, we'll make a spot in the barn and they can go in there for now first while we finish it. In that case, we would have Friday and Saturday as well. The weather is kind of dreary. It's not raining real hard, so we can still work, but any more rain than this would not be that much fun. You get wet and cold. So anyway, hopefully that'll get done. So that's gonna bring us our sheep. We're still waiting for confirmation on the cows. Hopefully that'll happen soon too. Very good. You're all done? Your back's broke? Wes has got a broke back, guys. He just said it's a back breaking job. Hopefully your back will hold up for a few more. Huh? These are the little crimps. Cool little things. Works good. So we don't have the nailer staples for my nailer, unfortunately. They still haven't shipped. This is a real frustrating thing, but such is life. Sometimes you got to roll with it. So we're still using these little ones. Whenever they come, we will add some more proper size staples. Let's get the slack pulled. Right, so this is time consuming. Wes is working on that. We put an extra post in right here as a brace post. Unfortunately, I am going to lose a bunch of wire, but it just worked out better that way. Either we used this and add another brace post. No, I couldn't make it that far. So either it was this one with this brace post and then I'd have to add another one there, or we just stuck one in the middle. So this is only one post instead of two, if that makes any sense. And so we're going to wrap around this guy for this fence, and I'm going to waste a lot more. And then the next fence is going to wrap around here. But the fence, this piece of fence that I'll be losing is less money than the post, so it's cheaper. Now we're going to put laterals in here. So we notch that out to get a flat spot, as you can see. And I'm going to measure that, cut those. We're going to nail those in place. Then we got to do our guide wires and tighten those up, and then we'll be ready for this. All right, we've got our brace posts in, as you can see here now. So we're going to this middle guy, and he's being pulled this way. And this is a double brace because we're going to carry on the fence in that direction, and he's going to be pulling that way. Okay, so we've got our fence tightener, or our oh my, what do you call that thing again, Wes? I'm having a brain error here. Yeah, stretcher bar. Thanks. We got that hooked up here. Wes is getting the chains ready, and we'll pull that on, and we'll be good to go. Just noticed I'm out of cable. Normally, like I said earlier, I like to use a high tensile wire for this. Couldn't find one, so I got cable instead. Seems to be working. I guess time will tell how long it'll last. But each individual component is replaceable, and the fence is tightenable again later, and that's why it's important not to drive your staples in all the way, because possibly in a year or two or three or four I might want to tighten it a bit more. And if all the staples are a bit loose, that allows the fence to expand and contract this way. Also, if a cattle beast hits one area, the whole fence can absorb that, rather than if you have it driven tight, only this piece would absorb that, and you'd end up with a bow here and the rest is still tight. So, all important parts. The way the stretcher bar works, you hook these guys in behind, and this squeezes down on them and clips in like so. He's got this in the wrong spot, so I'll have to move it, but that's essentially how it goes. And each one of these is pinching them, so when you hammer these down in, it's pinching this wire in between this and this. And then you've got these convenient spots on here for hooking your chain on for tightening. The reason it's in the wrong spots is because I want my fence 4 inches off the ground. This is closer to 6, so it's going to be hard for us to tighten this properly. This will be dragging in the ground, and it's much nicer when this is down a little bit farther, and this is actually off the ground as opposed to jamming into the ground. So just a mistake because he started from that side probably and didn't see it very well. Not a biggie deal. Waylon's already got him almost out. That one's a bit tight. Now I think that might be a manufacturing error because some of these are a little too loose in my opinion. So we're going to adjust that eventually. I'm going to put something in here to tighten this up so that you get more grab. Like if I slide this in here, is basically it bottoms out. If I can get it to go. Of course not now. Then it almost bottoms out here and I can't get enough of a pinch on. So some of these are just a hair bigger maybe than other ones. I'm not sure. Alright, I'm going to drop that down there. Set it back down with. Put it on that side, yep. Maybe slide the bar over. Good. And that should still hook on there, yep. This is wonderful. Okay, so then it slips in this bottom part. It's much easier when you have two hands. I got one on the camera here right now, but that's got to go under there. Go. Okay, I gotta put the camera away, but you get the point, okay? These go in there, and I go in there, there, just like that. It slides in tight here. So these are really cool. This guy is currently holding him. I don't know, Wes is gonna be too short for me to get a picture on it. Okay, hang on. So that guy is holding him. Now Wes is gonna apply this. He's gonna slip past. I don't want to get my fingers caught in there. And he's gonna hook in the next hook, which sometimes need help because the chain's crooked right now. But there you go. Yeah, hook that in there. Nope, not yet. Right there. Now he's holding it. Okay. And now when he goes the other way, this guy can move. I don't think we need any more though, do we, buddy? That's a pretty tight fence. We don't want to make the mistake of pulling them out again. So, in any case, that's how we tighten it up. That is very tight. We're going to go ahead and nail that on now. This happens, so for one, I'm going to modify this thing. I still think this thing's designed wrong. I want to change those guys, and the bottom of this needs to be shortened because we're constantly running into trouble. I don't want to lift this wire or this chain any higher because then I run the risk of pulling the post out. We've had that already. I want to keep that chain as low as possible. The problem is that it's driving this into the ground, so we're just digging in. So if I cut this off shorter, I think it'll be a big benefit to me, and then maybe even put a little ski on the bottom or something so I can slide a bit better. I don't need a tall one. Some people do. If you're putting in elk fence, you definitely would need all of this, but I'm not going to do that. This is as tall as I'm ever going to put in, and it's mine, so I can go ahead and alter it. And I'm going to cut that off to make this job easier, and then we wouldn't be pulling it into the ground. Make it a lot simpler. But otherwise, this is the cat's meow. I have never put in fence this easy before. Like I've said before, we've had the cable cranks, and the thing's full, and you need more cranks, but you got no more room, and it's just a pain. This is no end. I can just continue to tighten all the way over here. And we tightened it so much, we actually pulled the post out of the ground. It's crazy. Hey?
Called it come along.
Called it come along? This one's called it come along.
No, the cable one.
Ah, the cable one. Yeah. Well, this one comes along too, so maybe it's also called it come along. I don't know. Okay, she's good and snug. We're gonna nail it on. Oh, actually what we gotta do now is cut this wire, strip it, wrap it around this post back to itself, and then we're gonna staple this all on. As you can see, it's raining again. My lens is covered in water. Not much fun. I think we might have to call her quits for a little bit and have a cup of coffee. Right, so we cut the end off, we wrap it around the post, we tie it back to itself. It ain't super pretty. This is what I'm saying, this is dragging in the mud because that guy's pulling down. I really got to fix this because I'm going to cut that off, I think, like right away. Here it's sloppy at the top, which it feels like we should pull it tighter, but I can't physically get it tighter than that, so it should pull itself straight once we let this tension off. You can also tell that we have the top pulled more than the bottom, and so it should kind of just correct itself if all goes well. Over there's a bubble as well. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not happy about that. I didn't physically walk over there. That's the joint where we point the two sheets together, or the two rolls together. So we'll see. We're now going to walk this guy backwards and release the tension. You want to film that way in? Хорошо. Good? I think it's already loose. There, now you can see that came right out.
Can you go forward, please?
Not quite where it is now. Everything's handier with two hands. That's why God gave us two hands. There, they covered in mud. Are you an expert now? Look, you got fuzz. I can fuzz out your face in case we don't want no one to see you. Apparently the camera screen is a little wet. Okay, we're gonna go along, pound some of these little staples in here now, and then have a cup of coffee, and we'll start on the next chunk. So we're getting there. That's 5 rolls done, right? Or 4? 5? 250 meters done. We got a long way to go. We're almost at the tree. Then we gotta go all the way down the hill. But we get faster. The more we go, the faster we get. The more we do, the more we learn, right? Хорошо. You know, being late for the bus is not only for city people. I just missed my ride. Wes took off without me. Stuck there by the tree. Thought I'd jump off. I was loaded on the bus, and then I decided the ducks needed to be let out. And then I decided I needed some bedding. Then I decided the calves needed some hay. And before you know it, the bus left. Wasn't gonna wait any longer. So this is where we finished off with yesterday. The tops of the posts will be cut off yet. Probably around here, this height, something like that. Above the wire. We'll deal with that later. Right now we're just gonna get the wire on. Gonna have to do a little bit more homework on joining the two because I'm not super happy with how that turned out. Right, there's a bit of a, I don't know, a wobble in the fence, I guess. where we join these two, so I'm not real keen on that. Straighten the wire a little bit, but it just doesn't quite look right to me. But aside from that, that's a pretty sturdy fence. Pretty happy with it. Now we're going to do this last chunk, and we got some posts to put in at the corner here yet. I'll show you that when I get there. Alright, so here at the end, Wes has got a new hole drilled. We're going to put a brace post in here, and then we're going on an angle to that post to leave the tree on the outside. And we've got some future plans here for just kind of a recreational spot, I guess, or the park bench maybe. Place to have picnics or who knows what. It's an idea. So rather than going to this post and having this post or this tree in the pasture, we're going to be skipping it and it'll be outside is the design. So we're getting set up here now to drill more holes, then we can shove them all in at the same time. You got the reader. Oh, you didn't bring the little stick for it, did you? By chance?
What?
The little pointy stick. Oh, it's in the cab still.
Yeah,
I think it still is. Okay, so this is the DeVoe laser reader. That's the word. And this is the DeVoe laser that we've been using. H3 360G. Works great. And this is the DeVoe stand. DH151. As I've said before, this stand can be used for video recording as well. If you want to support our family and you need one of these, you could use the links down below this video to purchase one of these, either in Russia here on AliExpress or in the West on Amazon. There should be links for both in the description below the video. And if you're in need of a laser, this is a great laser. 3-directional. Very happy with it. And same with the reader. Comes with an awesome carrying case. Follow the links down below. You can support our channel. We get a little bit back from every one. And if you're going to buy one anyway, why not support us in the process? Alright, so what we do with this, they actually sell a proper measuring stick, but in our case we're working side to side. I don't care about height, so I don't need a measuring stick. I'm more interested in a fine point, and that's where I need to drill my hole. And so I just literally electrical tape this to the holder, and this is where this guy fits on. You can see these grooves in here. They match the grooves on the back of this, so you can just slide that in the holes. Much easier with 2 hands, but anyway, it just snaps in and it's stuck now. It can't come out. Apparently I'm not the only one that missed the bus. We have another late arrival. Wes rode the bus all by himself today. Alright, so I turn this guy on. Simple button. And what I'm going to do now is trying to find the center of this post, just like we have the center of the other post. And then we'll be good to go. So Wes has got the laser going over there. Should be pretty close, if I can find it. Did you push that button, Wes? And you can tell it's got convenient arrows on it to tell you which way to go, which way is center. Did you just move it? It must have just moved it. You moved it? Oh, I was just trying to demonstrate something. Alright, there we have arrows on it. And then picks it the other way. And it does that on this yellow light bar looking thing. That's the laser reader. Okay, we'll get it set up. Okay, a few modifications. I took this piece off, like I said, so now it's this loop here is closer to the ground. We'll fight with it less. And I also shortened all of these. Took a little stub out, probably still warm, and cut that much off so these can go down just a little farther and hopefully pinch the wires a little bit better. Just a slight bit off, but the wire we're using is fairly thin, and we were finding it sliding on the wire, which defeats the whole purpose. We want every strand of wire to be held and prevent this stretcher bar from sliding back and forth on the wire. So we should be good. Back out in the field again. Now I have 2 extras, I guess, because the top one I'm not using anyway, and I took the bottom one off. So we'll keep these as spares somewhere in the shop for another day.
You getting excited for the sheep? When are they gonna come?
Maybe when we are done this.
Yeah, but like tomorrow or when?
Today.
Today?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many's coming?
One fluffy one and probably 100 not fluffy ones.
One fluffy one and 100 non-fluffy ones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, we're only getting one ram, and I think we're getting 19 or 20 girl sheep. Ewes. Yeah? Do you think they're going to like the pasture? I think they're all going to be fluffy, but we'll have to see when they get here. What color do you think they're going to be?
Like the one that we just went to look at.
Yeah?
The legs are black and the face is black too.
Oh, so you think they're black? That'd be cool. You think they're going to be fun to look at? I think so too. I'm excited, aren't you?
Yeah.
Let's give a coffee to Will. Let's give a coffee to Will. One coffee left. And it's kind of cold. I'll take your cup when you're done. Yummy? How long did it take you to drink it? Wow, cold coffee's better than no coffee, right? Working hard? Excited for the sheep? You know what color they are? You're excited for them anyway? Do you prefer one color over the other or not really? Just okay with any? Do you remember if we're getting 19 ewes or 20? So what are you doing? So that they don't have to. Pretty good. Do you know how to drive this fancy thing? Alright, coffee cap. See you later. Keep working hard.
Он стриженный. Он большой, стриженный. Тихо. Вот. Он шустрый. Называй ему Миша.
Alright, where did he end up?
He's in the cow pen.
Okay, well at least he's in there. Good thing we quarantined him, eh?
Куда его? А? Ее куда?
She jumped right over. She jumped right up.
Он туда надо. Наверное,
Oh, this is going really well. Welcome to farming. He's gonna jump right over.
Okay, Sean.
Okay, well he landed right in there. And that's not where he's supposed to be. But
I'm gonna catch my breath a second.
so so much for quarantine. Well, thank goodness for Justin. I have no idea what I would have done without Justin. For one, we're under the weather. And for two, there'd be no way I'm dragging all these sheep off of the back of this truck. They have no ramps in this country. And, yeah.
Хорошо быть худеньким.
Big skinny, Justin.
Hasn't closed.
Alright, this is our attempt at a ramp. They're a little bit behind on the times when it comes to livestock in this country.
I'll get to the edge of the truck and
Yeah,
jump off over there.
Probably. All this for sheep.
Давай, 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 давай.
And there they go. And they're gonna run the fence line. So any holes, any holes, we're gonna find them.
Good morning, everybody. It is a little chilly, 13 degrees. Not chilly, but I mean, I would prefer 25 or 28 degrees. It's 13 degrees this morning. Yesterday I had to go to the city. This guy had to come too, right? Yeah. Went to the city because we had to do some updates, some passport photo updates. Timing happened to work out. Wrong days. But needed to get that done because we need to go to the embassy to get everything updated on time before we run out of time, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it happened to be yesterday, and it also happened to be when the sheep showed up, so I wasn't here. I was hoping I could be here when they were unloaded. So they're here, and I actually haven't seen them, other than the ram. The ram is separated, due to obvious reasons. We don't want them breeding yet. Lucy's gonna come with?
Yeah.
I think that's okay.
We're gonna go.
She's probably gonna bark at the sheep, but she's gotta learn who they are eventually, right? Yeah. Anyway, so the ram's separated. He's in the barn. Promptly jumped in with the calves, scared one of the calves. Rika jumped right out of the calf pen. And anyway, she ended up in the duck pen. Yeah, it's the joys of farming. So we had all the fence done other than the gates. There's 2 gate holes. There's a 6-meter gate here, and then there's another one over there. So Justin built some gates while we were gone. This one doesn't open. I think it's just screwed on. The other one, from what I understand, opens and closes. So, but eventually this one will as well, because this will be the main one we're going to use to bring the cows from the barn over and put them in the field. Hey? It does? I think he screwed it shut. I don't think it opens right now. We will make it open. Yeah, it's screwed in. So anyway, the sheep are out there. I couldn't see them last night. It's getting too dark. But they're out by the field. So it's kind of exciting because we finally have some sheep here. Took a bit of doing. Took a long time. But they're here, and now they can stay here. And over the course of the next X amount of years, we're going to continue breeding. So we will be selling rams if you're interested. And we might sell some ewe lambs as well, but I think the main idea is that we're going to continue to grow our herd. We've got 20 ewes now, and if we continue to keep all of the females and just sell the males, then we'll slowly grow our herd bigger and bigger. It's kind of exciting. The other thing that's exciting is we're going to turn all this grass into manure, into fertilizer, essentially. That's just great. Anyway, sheep are down there. I'll turn the camera back on when I get there. Lucy senses something. She's on high alert. There's something up here.
Looking at the fence. she looks like.
Don't you spook them, because they're gonna run. Hey? Alright, there's some sheep from a distance before they take off. They're a little skittish. Looks like a pretty small little group. And they're all gonna take off on me probably. So we're gonna build a little holding corral up closer to the barn. For now, this is good enough, but that's where we'll put them every night. And then also I can feed them some grain there and just kind of get them get them used to us. This is amazing. These ants work tirelessly day and night.
That's the rain that ant hill.
Hey sheeps, you're okay. You don't need to run away. Huh? Bah. Bah. Anyway, there's the new Countryside Acre sheep flock. Right there. Finally making use of the grass in the pasture. Not sure if we can get any closer because they keep walking away. Yeah. Now we'll have to build a pen where we can corral them up in the front. At least they're still in. I had that thought last night. I'm like, great, they're gonna find a hole in the fence, and then by morning there won't be any sheep left out here. But they're still there, which is good news. All right, today we gotta do some more fencing. We got we got lots of fencing to do, but I want to get the laneway done because first appearances, is that the right word? First impressions, I guess. I got a meeting coming up next week, and I like the place to look nice. That, and right now it just looks kind of funny with all these posts all over the place and no fence. So this gives you an idea, at least what we're doing. And then I got to cut all these posts off yet, so they'll all be the same height, and it'll be a lot nicer. But right now they're kind of long, so we're gonna do both sides of the laneway. At least gonna try to get that done today, and a bunch of cleaning up. And this was a major project, getting this pasture done. Now that's out of the way, I need to focus back on the barn again and finish up there. The cows could be coming as well in the next week or so, if I understood correctly. They're coming from the same people, so we need to take care of that. And then the focus will be on getting the barn ready for winter. Both houses are ready for winter. We need to focus on finishing up our heat source and focus on getting the barn ready. So the barn right now is a bigger priority. We could always use electric heat again on the house if needed, but I need to get this gable end closed in, the steel on it, get the ceilings finished, and generally just make it ready. We still got time. It's only the beginning of September. We still got a couple months, but you never know. The weather starts to cool off. It's better to be proactive and be ahead of the game than be caught later on. With a surprise early winter wouldn't be good. And the other thing we're probably going to do is put the calves out here in the grass as well, so they can run around. That'll cut down on a few chores, and they can stay out there for quite a few months as well yet. I think they'll be all right, probably. Well, if we compare it to last winter, they were fine here. They could have stayed in the grass till December without any issues. And even if we have to feed them some hay out there, that's not the end of the world as well. Because whatever they don't eat, they'll trample into the dirt, which creates more organic matter again and builds topsoil. One thing we might do is build some what I call run-in sheds. Run-in sheds. They're basically like horse shelters almost, but they work for sheep as well. That way if it's raining, they can go underneath the little roof, but still stay out in the pasture. You want to see what?
That one, that.
Oh yeah, we could show them the ram. For sure, let's go do that.
Can you watch that?
Alright, is he still in here? Nope. Well, that's not really a good thing. I wonder where we're going to find him. I'd say that's a bad thing. I've got calves, I got pigs. I ain't got no ram though.
Some people have written books, some have a great look that covers the magazines for kids who are 17. But I don't know what to do, staring into the blue sky and just waiting for a sign. Some, they are certain of what